What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. It's the first Raw of November, with the Survivor Series just less than 3 weeks away, so you can be sure Raw will be getting fans ready for some inter-brand rivalry, as well as the usual Raw rivalries. Join us now as we analyze this week's edition of Raw and look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Zelina Vega starting an OnlyFans account, one of the creepiest fans we've ever come across, the wrestler who helped The Rock's main event quest, Vince immediately sours on 2 wrestlers, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, as always, we won't waste your time recapping the matches, but we will take a look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, 2 white hot acts. Last night's Raw was a pleasant reminder that the Red Brand has 2 of the hottest acts in the WWE, the devilish duo of The Fiend and Alexa Bliss and The Hurt Business. We recently discussed how the WWE needs to capitalize on popular acts, and they did so last night, making them an important part of the show without overusing them. Let's start off with The Fiend and Bliss. Alexa Bliss is on fire as Bray Wyatt's brainwashed beauty, serving as a herald for when The Fiend is about to show up and providing a voice to the voiceless Fiend. Her interaction with Randy Orton was the perfect way to tease that The Fiend can show up at any time. Later, she got to showcase her insanity when her friend Nikki Cross confronted her backstage and Bliss creeped her out with her vampiric visage. The WWE also included the ever-amusing Firefly Funhouse, further fueling the Fiend vs. Orton program, with Wyatt remembering Orton burnt down the Wyatt compound. What the hell was up with Alexa Bliss's tongue? If they wanted to creep us out with it, or at least gross us out with it, they're doing a good job. Oh, and we absolutely loved Bray Wyatt's reaction to it, getting that rare moment of a curse word on WWE television. As for the Hurt Business, the WWE and every member in the group have done a great job getting it over as a badass band of bruisers who like to hurt people and getting paid well doing so. MVP is a natural leader given his promo skills and experience, and it's clear he's helped Bobby Lashley improve on the microphone, an area Lashley was always lacking in. The exchange between the Hurt Business and the New Day was what you'd expect from a group that's all business, no pun intended, and one that's out to have a little bit of fun. The WWE did a great job having MVP put over Kofi Kingston over when he won the WWE Championship, but also mocking him for losing it so quickly to Brock Lesnar. While the WWE Universe seems to like the Hurt Business, they've wisely kept them from becoming babyfaces, as they're the type of group that can work heel and still be over, whether it's drawing fans or selling merchandise. Longtime fans will recall that the WWE often used megastars like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in more than one segment, often featuring a promo and then later a match to take advantage of their popularity and help get other stars over. While it can be argued that having both acts in more than one segment takes time from other wrestlers, the reality is that performers like The Fiend and Alexa Bliss keep fans tuned in, as they'll want to stick around and see when they'll be on, which keeps eyeballs throughout the program and may allow for other acts to get over. Add in the fact that Raw has 3 hours to fill and there's no reason to complain. Number 2, Lana's world record. Congratulations to Lana for getting put through the announce table 7 weeks in a row, which has got to be some type of record. Apparently, the WWE is going with the formula of the gutsy star who refuses to quit despite getting beat up every week. On one hand, the ravishing Russian isn't known for winning many matches, so perhaps there's a payoff coming where Raw's other women wrestlers finally respect her. With the idea being that the fans will too. The bottom line is that if Lana improves in the ring and gets a measurable push, she's more likely to get over in the ring. Number 3, Braun has improved on the mic. Kudos to Braun Strowman, who's not been a wrestler known for his mic skills, but the promo he delivered last night was confident and straight to the point, meaning that there's a lot more to the monster among men other than just strength. Number 4, Raw's new theme. Okay, we're a little late to the party on this one, but we had to give it a chance, as Raw's new theme, The Search by rapper NF, has quickly won over us as a high-energy song that hypes fans up for the latest episode of Raw. Now, while some fans will miss Legendary by Skillet, it was time for a change. Number 5, a terrific triple threat match. One of the areas SmackDown often outdoes Raw in is putting on high-quality matches. It's not as if either roster is lacking in talent, but for whatever reason, Raw seems to go for more promos and angles than in-ring action. Last night's triple threat gave fans a clash of the titans as Keith Lee, Braun Strowman and Sheamus slugged it out in an all-out brawl that showed that a match doesn't have to be a technical masterpiece to be exciting. There were some other good matches on the show too, including the Hurt Business vs. the New Day, but this one stood out to us. Number 6, long-term storytelling. And we've noted more throwbacks to past storylines recently, with the SmackDown Hacker storyline from earlier this year being used to explain Retribution's beatdown on Tucker, the idea being that the Hacker, Ali, helped Otis and Mandy get together, hence their reasoning for attacking the man who betrayed Otis. Retribution needs all the help it can get right now, so perhaps they're having him start at the bottom of the food chain by beating down talents such as Ricochet and Tucker. But that was the good. What about the bad is number 1, Peyton's Place. We're once again asking why the Iconics team of Peyton Royce and Billie Kay was split only for Royce to be teamed with Lacey Evans. While there's nothing wrong with the team, the Iconics were an established team that had lots of mileage left, including a potential second reign as women's tag team champions. Rumour has it the WWE wanted Royce to start a singles career, but if so, why the team with Evans? Right now, the only possibility is that the WWE plans to split them up and start a feud to further Royce's singles career. If not, it's another example of scattershot booking. Number 2, Miz's Money in the Bank misery. Okay, we'll give WWE credit for one thing. It was a good way to do a proposed cash-in at the start where Randy Orton was down. But it's clear that The Miz isn't going to be successful cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase, at least judging from last night's episode of Raw. As long as Drew McIntyre is chasing Randy Orton for the championship, there's no way he's going to let the WWE's A-lister cash in the briefcase. While The Miz is a better person to hold it as opposed to Otis, and there's the suspense of him cashing it at any time, fans are likely to see The Miz's name up there with other wrestlers who failed to cash in. Number 3, Tucker's troubles. Now, Tucker had a bad night on Raw, whether it was the pathetic looking pants he's now wearing or counting the lights for Ricochet. It's clear the WWE had zero idea what was next for Tucker after he betrayed Otis, and judging by his loss last night, it's got no idea for his future. Now, there was nothing downright ugly at last night's show, as WWE provided a build-up for Survivor Series and kept the buzz going about who will challenge Randy Orton for the championship. There was a lot going on last night, but the WWE paced the show so well that fans didn't get dizzy from too much and they didn't get bored. They've quickly grown comfortable utilizing the new lineup on Raw, and with any luck, it will give the show the shot in the arm it needs. What did you guys think of Raw though? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's move on to the news, as our first story looks at Zelina Vega starting an OnlyFans account. Zelina Vega has announced she's now on the subscription service OnlyFans. Now, for those of you who don't know, OnlyFans is a service where individuals provide content for their fans for a monthly fee. While it's best known for content providers who like to take their clothes off, including WWE Hall of Famer Sunny, Zelina isn't going that route. According to a recent report from Sportskeeda, going by the name Megan Minx, Zelina Vega's OnlyFans account charges $30 a month and has the following description: no nude read bio for prices on personalized photo sets. Everything is non-refundable. Now, with the WWE banning its superstars from having their own third-party platforms such as Twitch, unless they turn the money over to WWE, it's uncertain how long she'll be able to keep her account without the WWE asking her to either take it down or turn it over to them. Next up, the creepiest wrestling fan we've seen. We're talking about a wrestling fan who decided to have an exact duplicate of Styles' iconic side tattoo with his initials in large letters. Now, whilst that may seem odd unless his name is AJ, the fan went even further by copying the Phenomenal One's tattoo by having the birth dates of AJ's kids underneath the tattoo, just as Styles does. That's really creepy. A tribute is one thing, but this is something that's personal to AJ Styles. What do you think of the tattoo? Is it creepy or not? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Vince drops another superstar's push instantly. Now, Vince McMahon giveth and Vince McMahon taketh away. Such is the case with the push of another WWE superstar who's fallen out of favour with the chairman, this being former Mr. Money in the Bank Otis. Otis went from a Vinnie Mac favourite to yesterday's news when McMahon got bored of Otis, taking the Money in the Bank briefcase off him and splitting up his team Heavy Machinery. Add in a heel turn and betrayal by Otis's tag partner Tucker, and it's clear Otis is out as a rising star. Ringside News' Steve Carrier tweeted, Vince McMahon has 100% cooled on the former Heavy Machinery members as they have fallen out of favour with him in a hurry. We were told that Otis is not a priority anymore. Tucker fell with him, and obviously Survivor Series plans were pulled as well. It's hard to say McMahon has cooled on Tucker as the big man became second banana to Otis once the Mandy Rose and Otis romance storyline started. While there's always a chance of a renewed push for Otis, it doesn't appear to be happening anytime soon. And finally, The Rock talks wrestlers trying to hold him back. Last but not least, November is the WWE's 30 Days of the Undertaker celebration, a tribute to the dead man's 30 years in the WWE. As fans know, The Undertaker has influenced the careers of many superstars, including future WWE Hall of Famer Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. During an appearance on the special Meeting The Undertaker, The Rock spoke about how The Undertaker helped him out early on in his career. This is the stuff I've never shared, but I do want to share it because it's important. When I started to make the move up the card and word started to get around that the office was priming me for a WWE Championship run, there were a handful of guys in the business at the time who did everything they could to stop that run from happening. He was always so steady, telling me, "Don't worry about it, kid. Just go out and keep doing your thing. You have a hell of a future." Apart from possibly Shawn Michaels, who do you think was trying to hold The Rock back? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for exclusive lists, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.